welcome to Salesforce Development Lesson 15, Creating Reports. Today we're going to talk about the last report, which is customers that haven't flown in over a month. And also, before we continue, if you like this video and enjoy the content, please consider liking and subscribing so that other people can hear about it also. So let's go ahead and get started. So here we're going to be creating a new report, customers that haven't flown in over a month. So let's go ahead and get started. So far, we have all of our, if I go to public reports, we have all of our reports we've done so far: the plane inventory, flight inventory, flights in the next 7 days, customer reservations in the last 7 days, customer report, and available seats on a flight. So the next thing we're going to look at is the customers that haven't flown in the last 7 days. So let's go ahead and click on New Report. And we have to going to choose the Other Reports category. And we need to find, what we're really looking for are the flights, because we're looking for the flights that, here we go. So we really want to look for reservations. So customers that have made reservations with reservation items and flights, because the flight's going to tell them when they're departing, when they're flying. So this is the one we want over here. So we'll go ahead and start the report. Okay, so first thing we want to do is we have our reservations. So we want to include a couple of different columns. First is the customer column. And we want to put that at the top, because that's really what we care about. I don't really care so much about this other information, but we do care if we look at our flight information. Let's see, we want to have our departing date. That's really more of my concern right now, is the departing date, the reservation, all this other stuff I don't feel like we need here. Okay, and then now we're going to have this new report, and we're going to call this report customer, just to get the wording right, that haven't flown in over a month. So we're going to go ahead and say customers not flown in over 1 month. And we'll do that. So that looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and do a save and run. That looks good. We'll say customers that have not flown in over a month. Select folder. It's going to be a public report. That's good. We're going to save it. And now we're running it. All right. So now here we have all our customers here. John Doe, Jane Doe, and John Smith. Now the one we want to target is John Smith. And if you notice, his departing date goes all the way back in May. And this is July, so he hasn't flown in over a month. So we want to make sure we pick him out. So we're going to go back and edit. And again, we're going to have to add a filter. Date of purchase, all time, that's fine. Reservation should be all reservations, not just mine. So I'm going to change that one. And then the next thing we're going to look for is that flight departure date. So let's go ahead and find that flight departure date. And what we want to see is make sure the date is less than, and then we want to use relative dates. We don't want to actually put an actual date in there. So you want to click relative date, and then it kind of gives you a clue as to how to do that. So what we want to do is we want to say they haven't flown in the past 30 days. So we'll say last, because it's going to be less than last month, right? I think we could do that. So let's go ahead and apply this. We'll go ahead and save and run it. I'm going to do a save first just to make sure. Then I'll do a save and run. And now here's John Smith. Because their last date was in May, which is more than a month ago. So let's see. Yeah, so now we have the customer there. I think if we group this information, and actually if we get rid of well, I think it's probably good to see what their last date was, so we can make sure that that's fine. So this is okay. I'll live with that. And that is our final report. So now we have, if I go back to my public folders, we have all our reports there. Customers not flown over a month, etc. All right. So let's go back. What we'll do is we will go back here. I want to do a preview, see what's coming up as I pull this data. All right, so here's our new report. So we want to go ahead and retrieve it. Add the new report. As you can see there, new report is there. And now we have all of our reports pulled into our project. So we should be good there. Okay, one more thing I might want to add is right now, if I go into the customer service, I can't see this reports tab by default. So one thing we might want to do is we might want to add the reports tab to our applications so that we can easily access them. So we just click on the reports tab and it'll take us to the reports. So how do we do that? Well, one thing we could do is we can go ahead and add it to our reports, our applications. And again, you do that in your setup, and we need to go to App Manager. And what we can do is we can let's go to Flight Management first, and we can edit. And what we want to do is we want to go down the navigation item. There's reports. We'll go ahead and move reports here. And now our flight management application has the report. Next thing is customer service application. It's this one. And we'll do the same thing here. We'll look for reports. There's reports. Move those over, save it. And now, if I refresh here, there we go. Now we have reports. We can do public reports, and then we can see all the reports that we've created here. And I think that looks good. Okay, so I think that's it for today's videos. Again, thank you for joining me today. Until next time, have a good day.